Guys, guys, I just got done doing 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups. And I'm not done. I got 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups to do, okay? I got to do at least 200 push-ups and sit-ups today because yesterday was my gym day workout for my upper body strength. I did not go. I was feeling lazy. Okay, I got to do 200 push-ups and 200 sit-ups before I even go to the gym today, okay? And do my other upper body strength, arm training workouts, and ab training workouts, okay? So I'm not done. But you know who may be done? It sounds like Angel Reese may be done with the Chicago Sky, and I can't blame her as a Chicago Sky fan. Guys, the Chicago Tribune just reported on Angel Reese, and okay, she's not pleased. Like just like us as fans, we're not pleased with how not only this current season of the Chicago Sky turned out, but also last season. Okay, season previously in 2024, it was a hot mess, and Angel Reese held nothing back. Okay, this is an article that she just did. I'm sorry, not an article, an interview she just did rather. But the article is from the Chicago Tribune. They tried to hide it behind a paywall. I had to do some fiddling around, but I'm going to read it to y'all, okay, because it's very, very important, okay? I'm going to tell you what she has to say, okay? It is titled, Angel Reese wants the Chicago Sky to do more in the WNBA free agency, and she quotes, "We can't settle for what we have this year." Few players are more fixated on the upcoming WNBA free agency cycle than Angel Reese. More than 100 players will enter free agency this winter as the tumult of a two-team expansion draft and a new collective bargaining agreement promises an offseason of league-wide upheaval. Those players include 21 of this year's 24 All-Star selections. Reese is not one of those anticipated free agents. The forward is 4 games away from finishing up the second season of her rookie contract with the Sky, a 3-year agreement with a team option that is all but guaranteed to keep the star forward in Chicago through 2027. But that doesn't mean Reese isn't content to spend the upcoming offseason on the sidelines. In the final dregs of a second consecutive losing season, the Sky's leading scorer is already making her voice heard within the front office. I know that's right. This is what she had to say, guys, and this is what she got to say. And I'll quote again, I don't want to be a potty mouth on here. I hate cussing on my channel. I try to stop, but I got to keep it real. She kept it real with us. This is what she quotes. She said, "I'm not settling for the same shit we did this year," Reese told the Tribune. "We have to get good players. We all been saying this. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. I'm willing and wanting to play with the best. And however I can help to get the best here, that's what I'm going to do this offseason." But it's like, girl, that's not your place. Angel always trying to recruit people. It's like, that's not in your payroll, but I get it. But hold on, let me continue what you got to say. "So it's going to be very, very important this offseason to make sure we attract the best of the best because we can't settle for what we have this year." Throughout her tenure in Chicago, Reese has been consistent about her buy-in with the Sky. When the Sky missed the playoffs and fired first-year coach Teresa Weatherspoon, that was drama last season, right? With whom Reese still maintains a strong relationship, the forward voiced frustration yet maintained her commitment toward building a long-term future in Chicago. She always said that she wants to remain a Chicago Sky until she is no longer able to play. She said, "I want to retire a Chicago Sky player." They're not making it easy because they are trash. When I say they, I mean the front office, mainly General Manager Jeff Pagliacca. He should be ashamed of himself. So she bought a house. Yes, guys, she bought a property in Lamont, Illinois, a suburb outside of Chicago. Okay? Last offseason and helped renovate custom courts at Oakwood Beach. She has 2 Angel Reese courts, basketball courts, dedicated to her honor and legacy, right alongside the Lake Shore, I believe it's at Lake Michigan? Or no, it's not Lake Superior. I believe it's Lake Michigan on the coast of, in Chicago. 2 Angel Reese courts. And this is how they do her. Just disgusting. And when faced with criticism of the Sky's training facilities and overall investment, Reese often shrugged off questions with the same response: "I just want to hoop." Okay, she tried to be diplomatic. She tried to keep it cute. She tried to keep it mute. They was like, why are people have been saying like, the Chicago Sky is a poverty franchise. Barely got lockers. They damn near homeless. Courtney Williams exposed them. She said out of all the franchises. Okay, she played for the Atlanta Dream. She played for Connecticut. She played for Chicago. Now, of course, she's currently on Minnesota Lynx. She's half of the Stud Buzz duo. Shout out to Natisha Heidemann. Shout out to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams was like, Chicago is worse than Connecticut. She said they're poor, okay? And the article continues to say, but at the end of this season, Reese is beginning to take a more pragmatic and unconditional stance toward her future with the Sky, and I don't blame her. And she quotes saying, "I am very vocal about what we need and what I want," Reese said. "I'd like to be here for my career, but if things don't pan out, obviously I might have to move in a different direction and do what's best for me, period. Put yourself first." I love it when women put themselves first. Enough of all this loyalty. They not acting like they got some sense, so it's time for me to leave. But while I am here, I'm going to try to stay open-minded about what I have here and maximize that as much as I can. Again, she's trying to be respectful. She's trying to be diplomatic. She's trying to be, just not ruffle no feathers, but it's like, again, we all see that you're suffering. And it's not just Angel Reese, it's the entire Chicago Sky. Look at Camila Cardoso. It says Reese has no trouble coming up with ideas of how to improve the Sky and sharing them with anyone in authority, from General Manager Jeff Pagliacca to owner Michael Alter. She wants expanded office space and training facilities to give the organization a more comparable work environment to competitors around the league. Yeah, they still don't have a freaking facility. Word on the curb is that we're going to get one, a state-of-the-art practice gym facility for the Chicago Sky players sometime next year in 2026, but we shall see, right? She wants a more dynamic style of play on the court. She wants the Sky to establish a more cohesive identity regardless of personnel, and she wants head coach Tyler Marsh to coach players harder. So we've been calling Tyler Marsh Coach Marshmallow for a reason. She said she wants this man to coach players harder. And she said she wants the team to have a cohesive identity regardless of who is playing. The New York Liberty have an identity. The Las Vegas Aces have an identity. We don't. The Minnesota Lynx, they have an identity. Hell, the Atlanta Dream have an identity. What is the Chicago Sky's identity outside of being poor? Nothing. Okay? It says, but more than anything else this winter, Reese wants the Sky to get the roster right in free agency. Okay, that roster. The only way we're going to get it right is if Jeff leaves. He had years to get it right. This is like his third year being a general manager. What has he done to push our Sky forward? Nothing. Says the Sky front office has never been timid since Pagliacca took over as general manager. He traded Kalia Copper to get the number 3 draft pick in 2024, then sent out the number 3 draft pick in 2025 to acquire Errol Atkins. I love how they're keeping it real for the Chicago Tribune. They are highlighting all the mistakes, all of the detrimental mistakes that Jeff Pagliacca made on his own. Nobody told this man to do this. I'm sure he has, like, yes men around him, people that he can consult with, that he can confide in about, making decisions. By the end of the day, he's the captain of the ship. He needs to be held accountable because, again, it's so classic of him. He loves trading away our number 1, 2, 3 pick. You can tell this man we have Jesus. Jesus himself is going to be our number 1 pick. He would trade Jesus away for a pair of socks. I'm sick, so sick and sickened of Jeff Pagliacca. He put together this trash roster. He needs to be held responsible for it. Since the phones at Saks Recreation Center are some of the most active in the league, still that activity has yet to be rewarded with on-court success. Pagliacca had a vision for the 2025 team. Oh, I bet he did. A group that could sling three-pointers and play up-tempo offense while running through Reese and Camilo Cardoso on both ends of the court. But the concept crumbled almost immediately before being thrown completely off track with Courtney Vandersloot's season-ending injury. Yes, we lost Courtney due to her tearing her right ACL. That ain't no excuse. Fever done lost everybody, including Caitlin Clark. She ain't played a game since who knows when. Since it's been about 2 months now. Couldn't even play in the All-Star weekend. They still are playoff contenders. So what is our excuse? We lost one soldier on the battlefield. And we just gonna just pack it up? That's it? How strong were we if we could just lose one player, one point guard, and just get annihilated? We don't even got 10 wins this season. Will we make it to 10th, win number 10? We only got 9 wins. Mind you, we've increased the games this year from 40 to 44. Only won 9 games. We only got 4 games left. Oh my goodness. It says, sure, the Sky are still young, and sure, they suffered several major blows due to injury throughout the year. That's not the reason. But Reese pointed to the inaugural Golden State Valkyries, who are ranked 6th in the league despite building their roster primarily through the expansion draft, as a comparison point for how the Sky have underperformed this season. She would flourish. She would get so much love. The Golden State Valkyries, guys, if you don't know it, that stadium be filled with so much pandemonium because the fans love them girls. If Angel Reese got traded to the Golden State Valkyries, I would be a Golden State Valkyries fan. Period. I'm a fan of wherever Angel Reese goes because I love Angel Reese. I can see her just getting so much love, so much help under Natalie Nakase. Again, we're going to get this full because, again, she's still on a 3-year rookie contract. By next year, if things don't pan out, put in your resume for Minnesota Lynx, Golden State Valkyries. Hell, if Angel Reese becomes a New York Liberty player, I'm a fan of the New York Liberty. Because Chicago is just washed. And it's all because of Jeff. Because watching Golden State, this is what she said. She says, watching Golden State, no offense, but I don't think they're more talented than us on paper, Reese said. Which, I don't agree with her. No, Golden State Valkyries is definitely, even on paper, are more talented than the Chicago Sky. I disagree with you there, Angel. Because, but they play hard as hell. So starting at the top, we got to find an identity of what we're going to be next year and then roll with the punches of what we can get. This article is really long, so again, I just want to just talk more about Angel Reese quote. She also quoted saying, "We can't rely on Courtney to come back at the age that she's at." Okay, if you guys don't know, Courtney Vandersloot is 25 because she has a wife and child now. Reese said, "I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that. We need someone probably a little younger with some experience, somebody who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before." She ends the article, the interview, by saying, this is her last quote. She says, "We need great players. And I don't know what will attract that," Reese said. "Maybe the practice facility will attract that. We'll see. But I think the priority is being able to convince free agents that this is an organization that is going in the right direction. I think, honestly, it would be a leap of faith for a great player to come here and show that this is something that they want to be a part of, and we can bring that championship mentality." I agree with Angel Reese. And again, like, it's unfortunate that she has to play like matchmaker, and like, she ain't got enough to deal with. Okay, of course she's a professional basketball player, she's a model, she's an actress. I'm gonna do another video about that, right? She has all these other things on her plate. She's a businesswoman. And now she has to attract free agents and talents. Like, no, y'all not doing y'all job, Jeff and Tyler and the entire front office of the Chicago Sky. It's y'all job. It is your responsibility and duty to be able to bring, attractive young players, young women who are talented to the Chicago Sky, obtain and maintain them. We can't do that because we ain't got no practice facility. We play like a bunch of goofy goobers on the court. Just like no cohesiveness. She even said it herself. She said, "We need this team, regardless of what the roster looks like, we need to play as one cohesive team to the point where we have an identity." The Chicago Sky ain't got no identity. And she pretty much gave them the ultimatum. Okay? Like that R. Kelly song, "When a Woman's Fed Up." It ain't nothing you can do about it. It's like running out of love. Okay? Angel Reese, her frustration has been shown on the court. I've commented about it this current season. She be yelling at Rachel Banham. When Angel say do this, Rachel, that means get out the way. Move up so she can throw you the ball. Angel Reese has been fed up and tired. She's been sick and tired of this team and the organization as a whole. And now she's giving them that ultimatum, saying, like, look, I only got one more year on my rookie contract. I'm still that girl. Okay? She even compared and contrasted herself to Golden State Valkyries. Let's be honest, that's who she gonna cheat. She gonna cheat on the Chicago Sky with the Golden State Valkyries. She already got her side man picked out. Like, I'm gonna give it one more year. You know how it is, women. Ladies, look, I'm not condoning cheating. But when you've been having the same talks with your man and you tired of nagging your man about this and the third, and he don't want to act right, he don't want to get right, you're like, you're a loser, and it's time for me to be with a champion. I see the Golden State Valkyries over there. They got that championship mentality. I'm leaving. That's what she got in mind as her backup plan. Like, when this don't work out, when they don't want to listen to me, when they don't want to give us a practice facility, they don't want to give us an identity, they don't want to give us coaches that's going to coach us hard and lead and guide us. You got to lead us to the promised land. Oh, I know where I'm going to go. I'm going to get me a championship, period. Because I'm a champion. I have that mentality. But unfortunately, my GM, my coaches, the assistant coaches, ain't got that mentality. Never mind the players, my teammates. Kia Nurse needs to go. She's not a champion. She don't have that mentality. Rebecca Allen, I swear to God, she gives kindergarten teacher. What are you doing here? Blow off that resume. Go and get you a summer job, summer camp, teaching little girls basketball. I don't know what you're about to do, but you got to go. Rachel Banham, you're not even in shape. Let's give it up. She's about, what, 31, 32? She'll be in the prime of her life when it comes to her basketball years. She don't seem like she want it. She got to go. Again, if your name ain't AKA Ariel Atkins, Camila Cardoso, or Angel Reese, they need to be gone off of this freaking roster in the upcoming 2026 season. If there is a season, hopefully there ain't no WNBA lockout. But again, I agree with Angel Reese. Y'all can call her what you want. You can say she's selfish. She needs to put herself and her career first. This is your legacy, Angel. She's tired of talking to these idiots about the same thing. Cheat. Angel Reese, you need to cheat on the Chicago Sky. Cheat with anybody you can. Leave them.